All right. We are live. We are live. Um you guys let me know. I had like some tech issues with my mic. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hello, hello. Let me see. Hold on. All right. Okay, let me just adjust this real quick. The volume was lowered, and I know it was the faded. So I was like, okay, let's check the volume first. Oh, do you see them? I'm messing around back there. All right, so let me know if you guys can hear me. And I just ran off that way. All right, so they definitely are here to assist, of course, yes. Hi, Elizabeth. It's good to see you too, honey bunny. Oh, te mandé un mensaje porque me preguntaste del curso y te lo mandé en tu cuando I replied back to the message you sent me. So, a ver si lo agarraste. Si no, te mando otro mensaje, okay? Hi, Michi. All right, you guys. So if you guys have not felt the eclipse energy, I'm sure you've feeling it really intensely already today. Okay. Last night I could not sleep. I just couldn't. I was just so like the energies were so heightened that I was so full of like just energy myself, and I was like, oh my god, I need to like do something. Because I just couldn't sleep. But luckily today was the last day of classes for the students that I work with, and it was a short day too to top it off. We got out at 11 a.m. So I was like super excited about that because I was like dying. Oh my god, dying. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Emma. And so it was because, okay, yesterday, the AC all of a sudden, for no reason whatsoever, but I'm pretty sure we have a reason because of Mercury retrograde, it went out only on our side of the hallway in the school, and we're just like, what the hell? Like, like I swear, because like our side of the hallway is the special education one, right? And then we have the other side, which is like the regular kids, and then upstairs and downstairs and stuff like that. So from the library, because we have the library on our side of the hallway, and then we have a thing called maker space, which is where a lot of the kids with disabilities, in particular physical disabilities, usually work that area and stay there usually. And so that one was completely good, right? AC and everything's lucky. Those kids are lucky because I know they would have been frustrated because they're nonverbal. So it would have been like a really bad time for all of them, to include the teachers, if the AC was not working there. So that was good. And then as soon as you cross that threshold coming out of the library going towards our rooms, and it's only like 5 rooms down that hallway, all of them were like hot. There's no AC, and we're just like, what's going on? Like, what the hell? So luckily we had fans, because it wasn't really luckily, because it's just kind of like, oh my god, it's still hot, because it's very humid, and so it's the humidity was like even worse. It was like being pushed out by the fans, even worse, and so luckily we have fans because several of the teachers are going through menopause, so they have their own personal fans in the classrooms. But like, unlucky for them, of course, but lucky for the students that all of us that were like dying. But yeah, and today the same thing. It was not fixed. It was super hot, and I was just dying there, like, falling asleep. Oh my god, I'm so tired. But yeah, so that's the issues that I've been having with my tech stuff too, like the actual microphone was, it's, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, did you see that shimmer? They were laughing at me. They're playing a trick on me. So they moved the volume tab from on the microphone down. And I had no idea they did this, you know, and I'm just like talking, like we had a meeting with the ClearSight crew, and I'm talking and nobody can listen to me to like hear me. And I'm like, oh shit. Like I had to like put the microphone like this close to my, you know, my mouth just so that people could just hear me. I had no idea that this was down. The volume was down. So I was like, oh, and then I checked it and I'm like, oh my God. And I checked it again today, making sure that the volume is up because they like to play tricks on me. Hi, Tara. All right. So that's my story. So how are you guys doing with this energy? I know everybody's like super sensitive right now. Like things are like, I feel like in my physical body in particular, the solar plexus and the heart, you know, chakra are doing something. Okay, they're like doing something. They're doing some movements. Like all of a sudden, my solar plexus gets active. Like it starts to heat up and starts to expand, and then I get hot, and I'm just like, what's going on here? And then my heart starts to like feel like it's like blooming, you know, and I'm just like, okay, there's something going on here. Like, what's going on here, you know? And then I just keep hearing like whispers here and there from my guides, and they're just like, just relax. Everything's okay, just relax. So they're like actively working through these energy centers within my physical body for activations and DNA, you know, activations as well as healing for both. Okay. And I think a lot of us are going through, like, especially if we have, because I've been asking for this for a while regarding healing for like food. like I'm addicted to food. I'm like, please help me choose wiser, you know? And so this has been like going on all day as well as like last night. And I'm just like, okay, I'm like sweating, you know, like I'm sweating my ovaries off right here, you know, like because it like gets really hot, like temperature wise. But yeah, so what have you guys been feeling? I felt really sleepy today, even though I got enough sleep. I have the same thing. Food addiction is real. Yeah, I'm serious. And it's not necessarily like junk food. You know what I mean? Like it's more of like just guys, it's like it's emotional eating. Okay, so okay. So they pointed out on my chart, like your north node is in Taurus, your south node is in Scorpio. Okay. So we're working with these things right here. And then I have a midheaven in Taurus as well. So it's like a Tauran, leftover Tauran energy that I didn't quite get through when it was Taurus season, because I definitely indulge. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely indulge. Did you see the Faye? She's like laughing at me, like, yeah, you did. Definitely indulge during Taurus season. Okay, like I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of cake, and I don't really like cake, but I really liked it that season. I don't know why. And then like I don't eat sandwiches, you guys. I really don't like bread. You know, I really don't even like sandwiches. I would rather eat a wrap than that, you know, or even a salad, even though the salads that they make at restaurants are super unhealthy for you because they add all this extra sugar and stuff. like let's add some fruit, let's add some cheese, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, I was definitely craving that stuff, like savory stuff, right? Like sweet and savory. That's what I was craving a lot during Taurus season. And then now, right now, like I was just like, okay, you guys need to help me. Like I got to make better choices here, you know? And I've been craving like a lot of like chili stuff, right? Chili and lime. So bitter and spicy, right? And sour. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And so And it says I think it's because it's to help me cool down, but also it helps my metabolism to rev up. But I did realize that it's not good to just eat straight like cucumber with lime and tapatio sauce and all that stuff, because it comes out burning your ass after. For real, like. I was like thinking, oh, is this healthy? So yeah, so you don't eat that without having something else as well, okay? But yeah, so I've been craving that stuff too. So it's just I'm just like, come on, help me out, like give me something, like give me a craving for just pure vegetables. Or just like pure like fruits, like I was hurting, all right. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh, like, oh, I gotta go. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Emma says that her crown has been vibrating all week, and hold on, let me just move this a little bit to the side. And she has been a lot of hectic dreams. And then Tara says she had crazy deep sleep despite waking up several times. So that's good, you guys. At least you're getting your rest, though. I think you guys are. I know you guys are preparing for what's coming within this eclipse, as well as this new moon in Gemini. I know you guys are preparing. You're resting and preparing your energy for that. And Tina says, really tired. And then when I go to bed, I can't sleep. Then it's like sleeping like awake. It's from the solar light energy coming in. Yep. Yep. It is. I feel like there is different degrees of like things that people are going through, right? It is a collective thing, but also an individual thing too, because collectively we are transmuting as well as creating, a better world for all our, everyone, everyone alive and future generations. But also individually, you guys are going to have your own experiences, which is great because it's for your soul's growth, as well as for what you really do want to include into this manifestation of this new world or this age of Aquarius, right? And so it's like your version of it is going to come in as well. It's not just going to be one size fits all. In my opinion, like I know a lot of older generation, I would say a lot of them feel like it should be one size fits all. Everybody has to believe the same thing. Everybody has to have the same ideas and things like that. And it's just like it's not necessarily like the people who are watching here that are older. It's more of like that new age movement back in the 70s that started, like those guys, the ones that were like building the foundation for that, right? For preparing us for the age of Aquarius. I've always noticed this with the teachers that I have who are of that generation, that they tell me, we all have to be, ready for this shift. It has to be equal for everyone, and this and this and that. And I'm like, let's be real. We have Scorpio, we have Pluto and Scorpio generation. That's just like, I like being individual. I like seeing, like what I see, but I feel like there's definitely gonna be like a modification based on everyone's input. It's not just gonna be one size fits all. It's not just gonna be, okay, everyone, we're all going to be in a commune together and you guys all have to do the same amount of work together. And even if you are not really interested in that work, it shouldn't be that way, right? And so I feel like we'll have more input when we start to communicate to the universe exactly our version of events, exactly what we need for our own growth. Okay. I know it's a very individualistic mindset, but I feel like this is something that we have to do at this time until, you know, something else happens, that then we'll be like, okay, we'll merge again, you know, like, and the higher realms were already merged, you guys. We're already a collective consciousness in the higher realms. We don't have individuality, right? We don't have an individual persona or anything like that. We do things collectively. We're the hive mind in the higher realms because it's the collective as well as creator mind, right? But right now we're experiencing individuality for a reason, right? So that we can have our own input, so that God can express, you know, its energy through us and understand itself better and expand even more where it is of its omnipresence and omnipotent energy through us. And I think this you know, eclipse energy is definitely harping on this for some reason. And it is because of the Gemini, of course, Gemini new moon too, about expression, communication, individuality, but also collaboration here, right? So that's what we are definitely feeling collectively, but also we are experiencing different things for our own soul's growth. Okay, so definitely a lot to take in, a lot of energies going like in and out, in and out. That's, I always see it like transiting as well as coming in and just leaving, you know. So just take your time with it, you guys. Don't rush it. I know there's a sense of like impending changes. Sometimes it feels like I'm for a lot of people it feels like the butterflies in the stomach type of effect, like, oh, there's something gonna happen, I don't know what it is, but it's like exciting, but also at the same time you know, like I'm nervous about it type of energy. And so this is something that I feel has a lot to do with the eclipse energy coming in, with the alignments of the constellations as well above the sun. Because remember, our sun soul is an actual portal, a gateway that the energies flow in from the universe through, from this actual Milky Way galaxy, from other galaxies. It pretty much filters through the sun into the solar system. Okay. And so that being said, whatever is aligning with our sun at this time is definitely of importance as well. So we have to really explore beyond the solar system to get a better understanding of the universal energies coming in, who have a play in this whole thing too, as well as interdimensional and multidimensional energies and frequencies. Okay. And these are going to be manifesting themselves in front of you, you guys. These are going to be manifesting themselves in dreams, as well as through you, through understanding aspects of your own multidimensional self. You're going to have visitors, and you're going to be wondering, why are these beings visiting me? And this is to explore what form used to be, okay? The form that you took back then, you know, in this reality, as well as understanding that, okay, so they're coming to you, they're your guides, but also understanding that you're also your family, because of that reality, that timeline, so to speak, where you experience life with them as well as that form that you took and how you navigated through that existence so that you can gain any wisdom that you might need during this time right now, especially. Okay. So when I pull cards, usually I make sure you guys understand that galactic beings that I call in through the cards are actually you and your family members that want you to explore this aspect of you even further because it's necessary for you to integrate it at this time, as well as with the angelic ones too and the ascended masters. You are a part of an infinite I would even say infinite amount of different type of energy, different types of consciousness that all come together, you know, to assist us here on this third dimensional world. They're coming from different realms. They're coming from different realities, from different universes, you know, just a lot of things happening for you so that you can be aware of who you are as well as where you've been. Okay. And for the angelic ones, for example, that's definitely more like an archetypal energy that you are currently needing to emulate, to integrate, to become at this time. Okay. The same thing with the galactics is like a memory of this lifetime coming back in, the wisdom you've gained so that you can assist yourself through what's going on right now. And for the ascended masters, the same thing, you guys. You are a part of that archetype. You're a part of that ray. You're a part of that monad, that group consciousness. And so this is what it means to be multidimensional, what it means to know how to integrate these aspects of who you are. Okay. This is a very, I'm like, this is a very Piscean thing to do. It really is. Honestly, it really is. Where we become the chameleon, right? We take aspects that come to us and we become them temporarily so we can learn what we need to learn. Okay. And then we move on to the next, right? So that's what it means to integrate, to be multidimensional. Very Piscean in thought, but also understanding that in the Piscean mind, we have an understanding that everything that we experience, to include relationships with other beings right here in this physical world, is aspected as well as mirrored. It's an aspect of who we are too. Okay, because of the oneness principle, the law of one, that we are all one in the higher realms. We are all merged through the collective consciousness, through the God mind. We are all merged. We are all one. Okay. And exploration of individual aspects is important right here in the 3D so that we understand this, so we get back to that real access to the God mind, right? And integration of it completely in our own life. And that's very important, you guys. That's why you get, like, a lot of people call it mood swings or maybe multi-personality. But I honestly think it's definitely just you guys just expressing yourselves and coming back to oneness, coming back to wholeness. And so any visitations you have, explore that. Any, you know, dreams you've had, explore them. Okay, that's the whole point. All right. Oh yes. Yeah, Tina. I'm ancient, so I'm expecting lots. Yeah. Gratitude's gift, Pisces. Yep. I'm talking about you, Pisces. No, but everybody is a Pisces, you know, eventually you go through, you know, especially in your progress charts, we all go through this in a lifetime. We all go through different aspects of the zodiac too. So I think that's very important to understand as well. It's a connection, an internal connection to the zodiac, as well as to the houses, to the planets, to what's going on in the heavens, pretty much, and of course with the earth as well. Making sure that we anchor this wisdom and this knowledge here on the earth through expressing it, right? Through sharing our experiences, as well as through activating certain power points here on the planet, certain stargates here on the planet, you know, ancient ruins here on the planet, and you're doing this through the work that you're doing here. Okay. I think a lot of people get too hung up on, am I doing enough, right? Am I doing enough? Am I actively participating? You know, they get too hung up on that because they don't realize that subconsciously you're already doing all kinds of things. You know, you're even though we're physical and we're thinking, okay, well, I haven't done like meditation in like 3 years. You know, I don't think I'm doing enough. You are, okay. You really are. By existing here at this time, by putting this energy, who you are as a soul, and all these aspects together at this time, you are doing more than enough. Okay. More than enough. All right. I think a lot of people get too hung up and get too judgmental, especially for themselves in particular. They start to be like, oh man, you're not doing enough. Oh man, you should be doing this and this and this and that. Or you know, you feel guilty because you're not meditating, or you're not, one day you took a day off and didn't check your tarot, or you know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude, you have to be present too, you know, like you have to take breaks. Especially at night. So if you guys are getting overwhelmed, especially at night, when you can't, like, you feel like you didn't sleep at all, you know, before bed, tell your guides like, hey, tonight, can I just be here and rest? Take a break. It's okay, man. It's okay. So yeah, I had to learn that too, because as a kid it was like nonstop, and I thought that was normal, you know what I mean, like always like being woken up in the middle of the night by travelers, passersby, and I thought, oh, it's just a normal thing. And then when I, you know, got a little bit older, and when I started to talk to my like my great aunt in particular, because she is a medium, and then my other aunt's a medium too, they were just like, no, you don't have to do all that. Like, if they're bothering you in the middle of the night, it's just like a house guest, or just like a guest that comes to your house, knocking at your door in the middle of the night is not okay. Like, they were like, you need to put boundaries up, right? You need to tell them, let's talk tomorrow. And I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, thinking, shoot, yeah, I should have learned that around. Yeah, so definitely do that, you guys. If you guys are feeling overwhelmed, if you guys need a break, definitely ask for one. Okay, it's your right. Okay, you don't have to deal with it. Okay, like, you could deal with it later. All right, so yeah. Yeah. Oh, and two, you know, boundaries do really, like, in the spirit world, boundaries need to be set there, but also in the physical world. Okay, so if you're setting boundaries with the spirits, you have to set them with people in the physical world too. That's how it works usually. If you're getting overwhelmed by the spirits, then that means that you're getting overwhelmed by other people too, and you haven't told them, hey man, not tonight, right? You know, I can't talk to you right now, or I'm like busy or whatnot. And so this is definitely like like they're representing that as well. Like the spirits know how to help you with what you're dealing with, or what you got to do with here in the physical realm too. And so that's really important to do as well. So there's like a lot of people. I had like the I think it was like one of these travelers, and he just kept appearing and appearing and appear everywhere I went when I was younger. I would just see him in the corner of my eye, and then I'll just stare at him, and I'll like, what are you doing here? Like he'll like show up like at random places, you know, even at school. And so I'm just like pretending like I don't see him. And I'm just like, I need to concentrate on my work, you know? And then, so it kept happening. And I'm like, what is this? Like, and I told one of my aunts, like, what do I do with this? Like, it doesn't go away when I tell them to go away. And she's like, well, who keeps bothering you? Like, who keeps bothering you at school? Or, you know, are you comfortable with people around you? Like, what's going on? And then I tell her, like, well, there's this boy and this girl that keep like harassing me, or, you know, bullying me and stuff. And I don't say anything. I just walk away because I'm just irritated. And she's like, no, you need to say something. You need to say something to them. They need to stop. And that's why he's showing up all the time. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. So yeah, it definitely applies here as well. Like it could even be your loved ones, you know, like you're like coming home from work and you're exhausted, and then all of a sudden, I need this, blah, 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 right? And you're just like, I just got here. Can I take off my shoes? You know? So if you're feeling that way too, it's definitely gonna happen with the spirits too. So make sure you tell your loved ones, all right, mommy needs a break, daddy needs a break before, you know, can I just have 30 minutes to myself, right? Like if you have to go to the bathroom pretending that you're going potty, then do it, all right? Definitely important, okay? Oh my God, definitely important. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our readings for tonight. See who purchased readings. Okay, we have our first one is Emma. And then after her, we have an energy eval with Norma. And then we have, let's see, what did Sonarta as well for a energy eval and a reading. So let's see. Oh, all right, so let's see where Emma is. I know I saw you here even commented earlier. There you are, Emma. Okay, so let me just take a quick sneak. Okay. I am so happy that it's summertime, but I have summer school too. I have to go back on the 21st to summer school. My channel, community. All right, so we have 3-card angelic guidance for Emma. All right, let's do this, Emma. Angelic guidance. Remember, like I said before, aspects of you. Okay, sorry, let me just try to make the camera there. Oh, there it is. Okay, so aspects of you, Emma, aspects of you. So whomever comes up, these are aspects of you, okay? All right. Let's see what we have for you for the eclipse energy. What type of guidance? Who do you need to work with? Ooh. Ooh. Nice. All right, Emma. So we have the first one you got was compassion. with Archangel Zadkiel. Zadkiel is the Archangel of Jupiter. He is the Archangel in the Tree of Life that represents the planet Jupiter. He's also the Archangel that represents compassion and understanding and knowledge. Okay. And he is a part of the violet ray of freedom and magic. Okay. And so that being said, compassion is the key here for you, Emma. Compassion for yourself. And I keep feeling a little bit of a poking right here on your heart space in between the, like right on the breastplate. So that is a, like, so we have two little, they're not separate, but there's like the lower heart and the higher heart. So the lower heart houses pretty much like individual connections here. Okay. Love of another, self-love. The higher heart houses healing and unconditional love, meaning all of it. So it's a Piscean trait. The lower heart is a Gemini trait. Okay. And so that being said, it is time for you to really seek an understanding of what you require. Okay. What you need in your life. How you want people to treat you, how you want people to have compassion for you as well. Okay. There's no end in the compassion that you have for others, but there is always a difficulty with trying to have compassion for you, for yourself. When you make these perceived mistakes, I honestly call them lessons, you know, like so that you gain more wisdom. Okay. I don't really like mistake because it's not a mistake because you're learning something, right? You're obviously doing something that you're doing it. It's not that you're doing it on purpose, but it happened to you so you can learn from it. So that's what they're saying is like, don't think of these things as mistakes. Think of these things as lessons learned so that you can have a better understanding of what you want as a soul, what you require in a partnership, as well as with friendships. It's not just romantic here. Okay. It's definitely having a very unconditional love friendship, as well as for romantic partners and your family members, you know, and for yourself as well, having compassion and having unconditional love for yourself. This is something that's very difficult for you because you're a giver. And you're a giver, and you give and you give and you give until your cup is no longer running over with love and giving energy, but it's drying up. Okay. This is something that is a very common trait amongst healers. I noticed this, where we are here to assist people with healing work, right? But we cannot do the healing work for them. We could just give them tips and tools and guidance here and there, but it's up to them to do the actual work, right? And so this is something that Archangel Zadkiel is saying, you got to step back and you got to really really ask for what you want, right? Think big. You know, it's good. It's a beautiful thing that you think of others first, but this time is a very I'm just picking up a very Gemini energy right now. Be a little bit selfish, right? Be a little bit selfish this time around. For this new moon, if you're going to ask for something, ask it for yourself. Because when you ask for yourself, eventually, and almost always, it includes everyone else around you anyway, right? So if you ask, okay, can I have some healing when it comes to unconditional love for myself? Because when you heal in that way, then you are able to express unconditional love for everyone else. So everyone else gets that same thing too. Okay, so that's what it is. That's what it's all about. It's about really asking for what you desire, what you want, and what you want to create, because this has a very, this is a, my guy said that this is the portal of like pretty much you're jumping timelines here. Okay, you're creating a new timeline here, a new possible route to take with this eclipse energy. Okay, and so that being said, really, really, really ask for what you want. Okay, what, how do you see your life in 10 years? Or even 5 years from now, right? So baby steps, I would say. What do you, where do you see yourself in 5 years, or and then 10 years, and then retiring, and you know, all that stuff. So that's what Archangel Zachiel said. Making sure you have that done. Yeah. Emma says, compassion for myself. I find this so hard. I have been slowly turning this around and renaming errors to wisdom. Yeah, girl, do it. Yes, that's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. All right, so your next card is Archangel Raguel, and this is divine order. So you are definitely gonna get things because it's divine will at play here. So again, that timeline is definitely being manifested through your desires for change, through your desires for like to be of service, because it is the will of the divine, which is your own will, your own divine will, to make these changes, to see this come into fruition. Okay, so Archangel Raguel is telling you right now, express what you need right now. Tell us what you need. What is the vision that you have when it comes to you assisting the world, right? How does this look like to you? Are you going to be a teacher? Are you going to be a healer, or a teacher and a healer? Are you going to set up a school? Are you going to, you know, what's going on, right? And so envision this in your mind, and also express it through your emotions, through how happy this is going to make you feel, that you are doing what you're here, you know, what you were put on this earth to do. Okay, so that's awesome. So then we have life review. So the life review is just so that you can get the finishing touches on these plans, so that you can refine what you're here to do, express it, and really, really see, how am I gonna, what's the first step that I have to take in order for me to have this? What do I need to research? What do I need to know in order for me to do that, right? And the life review is all about ensuring that you understand how much you've grown within these past few months, even, you guys. You know, we've been hopping timelines, God, like leaps and bounds, I would say, when it comes to growth, especially, you know, those who are currently practicing, you know, with their gifts and stuff. It's leaps and bounds that we've hopped like dimensions pretty much. We're in a totally different location right now, okay? And so that's what it is. It's like you gotta review how far you've come, so that you could understand all of this has happened because you've persevered, you've kept going, you didn't give up. Even though you wanted to a couple of times, you still didn't give up. Okay, and I'm so grateful that you didn't give up, because that helps us all. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Emma. I hope this helps. So Jeremiah is for the life review. Jeremiah, then you got Raguel, and then Zachiel. So I recommend you speaking to these beautiful angelic beings who are aspects of you, so that you can integrate these lessons, integrate this wisdom, okay? And you can move forward with this eclipse energy, as well as this new moon energy, knowing exactly what you want, okay? You're welcome. Okay, let's see who's next. I know there's like, I know everybody has difficulty with compassion. I do too. I still do it because I am a goofball. Like, I make fun of myself a lot. Hold on, let me see what I mean. They're messing with my stuff. Okay. There are different ways of dealing with stress. And when I get stressed out, I start looking at memes because I have to have a laugh or else I'll go crazy. Um, or I go outside and wander around my backyard talking to the, spirits and talking to the plant beings and the stone beings and the tree beings, and I'm just like la la, like but yeah, that's how I manage stress. That's how I manage my own emotions, because I do express them, of course, because I talk about them. Like, this is how I'm feeling. Is there anything that you can help me with? That's how I do it. And then for the memes, I usually end up watching or looking at or finding memes that have everything to do with what I'm going through. And then I'm just like, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel. And so that's how I, know, like, okay, let's express this, right? But let's laugh at it as well when we're ready. And so I think a lot of people, well, more like I would say like my mom used to look at me like I was like this biggest weirdo, because when she would get mad at me, I'll start smiling, because I'm like nervous, like, oh shit. She'll get mad at me, start yelling at me, and I'm just like, I couldn't help but smile. And then she'll like, God, why are you smiling? What's so funny? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. I'm like, I'm like nervous. I'm scared, And so she was just think that was like the weirdest thing, like, that a kid could do, to you, when they just start smiling, you start laughing because you're yelling at them. Is not that they're disrespectful. It's just that they're really nervous. Like, at least for me, that's how I was. Like, I'm sorry. The same thing got me in trouble when I was in the military for basic military training. When someone got in my face, one of the instructors started yelling at me and saying like smart aleck stuff. I'm just like, oh my God. I want to crack up. But yeah, that's just my nervous response to things. But anyway, the way that you express yourself, your emotions, is perfectly right for you. Don't let anybody think, oh, you're not expressing yourself the way that you're supposed to, right? Like, I had a friend that recently, had like a really hard time in her life. Like, she lost a lot of things. Like, she lost her home, she lost a lot of things. And so she moved in with her dad, and her dad has a girlfriend. And so she's just trying to be really positive, trying to get herself out of that dark place. And so his girlfriend was talking smack, like, well, I don't know why you're smiling. You shouldn't be smiling about, you shouldn't be so happy. Like, you don't even have a home. You lost your home. And like she was trying to tell her how to grieve. Like, she was trying to tell her how to express her emotions when she thought what she was doing was incorrect. And I was like, are you serious? Like make sure you guys understand this, that how you express it is perfectly fine for you. No one should make you feel guilty for not expressing emotions based on what they think that should look like. Oh, you should be crying. You should be like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna kill myself because I don't have a house, like it's no, that's not everybody's that way. I'm sorry, like, everybody takes things in a different manner, and the way that you express it is unique to you and what works for you. Okay. So I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys, okay? Because I know I've been judged on the way I express my anger or my irritation or my sadness. Like, I'm just like crying and I would start laughing, like it's a common thing for me to do that though. Like, I mean, my fiance gets it because he's an Aquarius, so he does the same thing. We crack jokes, like to make us feel better. But we do have a conversation about our emotions. We do talk about them, right? So as long as you're expressing them in that way, and you're speaking about them, and you understanding, you're acknowledging them, you're fine. Okay. Oh, gratitude gift. I was Air Force too, girl. Oh yeah. I had fun, you guys. I did. I really did have fun in the Air Force. All right. I used to be mean. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I have personalities, personas, and I named my sun, moon, and rising. Okay. So my sun is usually because I have a Sag sun, so it's a party animal. And so I always envision my Sag sun as that surfer dude with flip flops and like a tank top, like like the surfers wearing with with the sunglasses and the hat, like kind of like like chill, dude, relax, man. Let's go have some fun. Let's party, dude. So that's Kyle. My Sag sun is Kyle. That's his name, Kyle. All right, and Kyle doesn't like having a bad time. All right. So if you guys saw that meme that I posted on the on the Mystical Illuminations, that's the meme. The guy that's like, I'm not having a good time, bro. Like, that's my Sag sun right there. Okay. and then my my Virgo rising. Oh, this is a very stuck up, very perfectionist type of persona. Dr. Meredith. Okay, that's what I call her, Dr. Meredith, because I am actually going to be a psychologist soon. So that's what it is. Dr. Meredith doesn't believe that is a way for you to express your grief and stuff. So Dr. Meredith, she goes in the background because I don't like her. I don't like that shit. But she's very analytical and she's very judgmental, and so that she goes in back because of that. And so anyway, she's my Virgo rising. She's very stuck up. Dr. Meredith was in control when I was in the Air Force. Not gonna lie, she was a bitch. All right, she was not nice. She definitely took over when I was in the Air Force, except for when I drank, and that's when Kyle took over. And then my Pisces moon. So my Pisces moon, she took a backseat for a very long time. I would say like in the beginning of my early 20s, she definitely took a backseat. But she was definitely very much present during my childhood. Like I was the Pisces during my childhood. I was very sensitive. I was seeing all kinds of things, very Piscean and my traits as a kid. And then, and now recently she's shown up even more, especially because of the way that I work with you guys in particular, as well as my spiritual gifts. She's much more in the forefront because how sensitive she is, right? So that we can really help you guys through whatever you're going through in particular, especially that. So her name is Princess Stacy. She's a princess, all right? Very delicate, very sensitive, very nice, and very kind and compassionate and loving and very Piscean. I always see Pisceans like the very mushy side of them as princesses, but I always see the warrior side of them too. Especially if you're a Piscean and you've gone in through the military, you definitely had that warrior side, like no nonsense type of persona, and then in the background you had that mushy gushy princess type. So so Stacy's definitely here more often than Kyle and Meredith. Freaking Dr. Meredith, man, she's so mean. Oh, you know who okay, so I was watching the Big Bang Theory recently. She is Leonard's mother, exactly like that. That's her. That's Meredith. That's my my Virgo rising. Oh my god. Oh, you were security forces? Me too. Holy shit. Oh shit. I got out in 2014. Right when they started to do that weird shit with the newcomers and all kinds of crazy stuff was happening, the social experiments. Oh my god. So I got out in time. When they started to call Sexfo, and I'm like, no, I can't be a part of this. No thanks. Hi, neighborhood hope dealer. Yay! Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Norma. Kyle seems chill. Kyle is chill, but Kyle doesn't like to have a bad time, all right? That's why Kyle is always goofing off, all right? We're always cracking jokes in my head. Like when there's like tense energy, like at school in particular, like what was it? Today, so this is what happened, all right? So it's the freaking last day of school, of course, kids decide to fight, of course, right? So everybody's all serious, like, oh my god, like I can't believe that happened or whatever. And I'm just like, in my head, Kyle's like, bro got knocked the fuck out, like, you know, like, and I'm just like trying not to laugh. I'm like, shut up, Kyle, like this is serious. And I'm just like, well, he did get knocked, you know, like, oh my god, shut up, Kyle. So yeah, I always tell him to be quiet because he says a lot of stuff that's just like not cool. Like people are gonna get offended, all right. But yeah, it's definitely he's been popping off lately. Like he has. Like I told the peace dealer, like he's just not leaving me alone. He's just expressing himself even more. And he's like, it's because of that Gemini season stuff, you know, Sag and Gemini. And so I'm just like, yeah, he's taking advantage of this Gemini energy, right? Big time. Like I'm just like, you need to go back in the closet, dude. Like, like I can't take you seriously right now. like I can never ever be taken seriously because of you. Like, come on, man. Lizzie's like, legit sounds like my gem rising. Dude, Lizzie, for real, he's actually from Long Beach. Because I live next to Long Beach, California. That's where I was raised. I was in Carson, California. So I was right next to Long Beach. So he's from Long Beach. He surfs in Long Beach. Got a party with Kyle. Oh my God, you guys. Kyle was like, okay, so I cut him off because I cut off, I stopped drinking like in 2014. Like I've never had any alcohol ever since because it was just party all the time, Kyle, during my Air Force days. And that was not good for my liver, okay? Like I was in South Korea for one, and that's a party like all the time. Everyone parties there. And then, of course, then I went to England after that, and that's even more partying because there's pubs everywhere, you know? And so... my God. So then I was like, you know what? I'm getting out of the Air Force and I'm going to like, Kyle, we're done drinking. Like I was losing my freaking mind with him, you know? Sorry. This is like trying to, okay. Let's see. Kyle, leave me alone. All right. Oh, I was your neighbor at some point. Nice. Oh, you lived in Torrance? Oh, yeah, I grew up in Carson. Like, I grew up there. Well, I was like, okay, so I went from, I was born in Harbor City, California. And then we moved to Compton. Yes, I was raised in Compton too. So, but I was at the border between Compton and Carson. So it was like a very upper middle class neighborhood. I think we only had one incident. Like, well, I almost got shot as a kid. like I can laugh at it now, but I was like, oh shit, I almost got shot. So yeah, we only had one incident like that. And then but we moved to, after that we moved to Carson. But I went to school in Carson my entire life, and then yeah, so we were there for my entire life pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, Harbor area. Yeah, I was born in the Bay Harbor Hospital there. It's like this tiny little hospital. It's still there. My mom was like, and you were born in one of the worst conditions because there was pouring rain and it was lightning storms and all this stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, fucking chaos exuding, and I was bored. My mom's like, that's why I had a hard time with you. And I'm like, oh, okay. West Side's the best side, Mitchie. Yeah, so I've seen stuff. Well, I even remember, like, I think my first experience with death was unfortunately my dad's older brother. He got shot a few blocks away from where we used to live in Wilmington, California. So we lived there for like in an apartment complex. I remember this because you know what I did? I busted a Bart Simpson in that apartment complex because we're in the second floor of the apartment complex. And I was like, oh, I want to be like Bart Simpson when I was a kid, right? I was like, I think like 4 years old. No, actually, I was 3 years old because I wasn't even at school yet. So I was 3 years old, and I had a skateboard, and I decided to go down the stairs just like Bart Simpson with his skateboard, like trying to go down like if it was gonna even work. So I did that, and I freaking just ate it, like rolled down the freaking stairs. And our neighbor was like at the bottom of the staircase, and he's like, okay, are you okay? And I'm like, no. So he took me up the stairs. I had like this big gash. My mom, you know what my mom does? Instead of like saying, oh, poor baby, oh, I'll help you, you're bleeding everywhere, she starts yelling at me. Why would you do that? What's the matter with you? And then my aunt, because she lives with us, she's a Gemini. She's a medium actually, and she's just like, oh my god, let's like let me clean her up while my mom's yelling at me. Yes, there's a lot of it over there too, Lizzie. So anyway, so that same year, I remember that we heard gunshots because this was kind of not that bad back then. There was a high, like more Hispanic over there in Wilmington. It still is, but we heard gunshots because we lived next to like a few blocks away from a liquor store, and I remember because he was like one of my favorite uncles because he always bought me candy. That's why I liked him a lot. And I remember running down the stairs one time with him, and I'm like, can I go with you? Can I go with you to the store and get some candy? And he was just like, no, honey, I'm just gonna go there real quick. I make a phone call real quick, and then I'll be back with your candy. And I'm like, okay. So I waited for him outside. And I heard gunshots, and of course I didn't know what that was. And my dad comes running down and grabs me and throws me inside the apartment and puts me down on the floor, and he's like, don't get up. And then so he calls the police and stuff like that, and like then all these cops come, and then one of the cops came up and told him that he like because the actual liquor store owner knew my uncle and my dad, and told him, hey, that's his brother, and so he ran over there, and we saw what we saw, and we're just like, that was my first experience with death. Like that was like, I was like, what, and so, and then after that, other things were happening. Like I could have died. I don't know how many times, you guys, and then of course being like, it's like, okay, I guess I have a death wish because I joined the Air Force too. No, I was really protected there though. I was definitely protected. There's a lot of things that could have happened too there, and I was like, I am glad that I didn't go. But yeah, so anyway, Yeah. So that's what happens when you grow up there. And that's why Kyle exists. He exists to make me like, hey man, dude, bro, that's gnarly. Oh well, let's get over it. You know, like that's why he exists. All right, so we got Alicia for an energy eval. Norma, Alicia. Otherworldly dicks. Taurus Police Department. Yeah, they're not nice. They'll stop you for anything. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, they'll stop you. Hi, Andres. All right, so Norma, Alicia, we're gonna do your energy eval. So let me know when you're ready. I want you to go ahead and create a circle of protection around you, medicine wheel, and then let me know, okay? Yeah, I wanted to get out. It was like a necessary thing for me to leave because I was just like, dude, like my mom was like overly protective, and I understand why because fuck, we almost died. Like, you know, like of course she had to be, you know. And it's funny because we always had brushes with death when my dad was around. So it's not that he was a bad guy. I mean, a bad dad. It's just he was involved in stuff, and I'm like, okay, shit always happened. Oh, happy birthday, Norma! Yay! Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, yay! Feliz cumpleaños a ti, feliz cumpleaños a ti, feliz cumpleaños, feliz cumpleaños, feliz cumpleaños a ti. Or my favorite one that my dad taught me, sapo verde to you, sapo verde to you, sapo verde, sapo verde, sapo verde to you. All right, so let's go ahead and start, Norma. So I'm going to go ahead and connect now. All right, so I'm feeling pressure right here on the kind of like on the temples and frontal lobe, as well as a little bit on the top of the crown. Feel a lot of activity in the solar. The spinal column. I see a lot of orange and a lot of gold in your field as well. And then I also feel like a little bit of just like your feet are just a little bit tired. Alignment. I keep hearing alignment, alignment, alignment. Life's purpose. Inheritance. Divine will. Generational. And then they're showing like, okay, they're showing your eyes with like blue hues, and they kind of like morph outwards, like if you have like little wings right here, it's kind of like a peacock looking peacock looking feathers in your eyes, like around your eyes. Transformation. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so what they're kind of talking about is all of the pressure that you're feeling, of course, is like new energies coming in, flowing in, but also ancestry. So things that had to do with the psychic abilities that is inherited from your family in particular. The peacock eyes are showing and revealing a connection to the kind of like Hera, the goddess Hera. So the mother goddess, the representation of the goddess of marriage. And this energy is all about like really honing in on your inheritance coming from your own family and passing it along to your children, and then they're going to pass it along to their children, and so on and so forth. So your psychic abilities, your healing abilities, the way that you manifest things as well, like instant manifestations. That's one of the biggest one that they're saying. And then, of course, like the alignment, divine will. So the alignment, they're pointing at the spinal alignment. So the spine itself is kind of like a bridge, a connection, right? Where we connect from the higher realms down into the mother. And so they're kind of like pointing at your feet as well. So if your feet are tired, that means that sometimes you might feel like you're not grounded enough, or you might perceive that. With that being said, you are grounded. It's just taking the time to acknowledge that connection to the earth, and then taking the time to align with the higher realms, because sometimes you're so busy that you might forget to realign. Like you might be like overly engulfed in what you're doing that you forget, okay, I should be doing self-care, or I should be concentrating on taking a break from certain things. I should take a vacation. I should be with my kids more, or I should actually take them somewhere so that we could like relax, right? So it's like really disconnecting from your responsibilities is important, okay, so that you can have that balance again, okay. And then the divine will comes from a need for you to express your gifts, your talents to the world, so that you can feel more in alignment. So even though you have different aspects going on in your life, like you're the professional, you're the healer, you're the mother, even though you have all these different aspects, that doesn't mean that you can't juggle them. That doesn't mean that you can't balance them all, okay. It's all about really understanding that these are who you are at this time. There's nothing wrong with being busy, but there's also a need for you to take a break, okay? So definitely important, all right? So yeah, yeah, so that's what it is. It's like they're telling you to realign and to reground, okay? Because the energy is definitely just being pulled there in that direction. You're getting this, right? So this is what happens. It's kind of like a pressure, right? When we get downloads from the higher realms, they come into our physical body, and you might feel them coming in. Might feel lightheaded. You might feel like, oh, a slight little tingling or headache, and it's not like a real headache. It's more like a pressure that's being triggered. And then you're supposed to move it downwards and integrate it into your physical body, into your light bodies, and then anchor it into the mother, into the earth, so that you don't keep it trapped in there, right? And so that's what they're saying. It's like the swelling is coming from that, a need for you to release, the need for you to anchor. The alignment with the spine is very important, because that pain will go away as soon as you release that, okay? As soon as you release all of that pressure, all of that energy and take that break that you really need. Okay, Norma? So Colby Skyped in. All right. So I hope that helps, Norma. Okay. You got this, girl. You need a vacation. Your guys are like, she needs a vacation. Like big time. So you can reconnect to your practice, reconnect to you. Okay. But yeah, it's a lot, girl. You're busy. You are busy. All right, so let's see who we have next. So we have Sinarta after this for I would say this is a energy eval and then a angelic reading. And then after Sinarta, we have Brandon Walton for a galactic guidance. Dimitris Welch for galactic guidance. Tara for an energy eval. And Lizette for an angelic reading. All right. You're welcome. Yay, you're going to Tahoe. Yay, that's awesome. You definitely will get that better. Like everything was going to feel 10 times better when you go there. You're going to be like, no more pain in my back, no more pain in my feet. All right. Oh, if you can dip your, okay. So I don't know if they have I know they have a lake, but I feel running water is something you need to find. So if you can find like a little creek near there so that you can have your feet dipped in there, because they're showing you putting your feet in there and just have the water run through your feet so that it can pull that energy out for you, because it's going to get into the earth no matter what, right? So that, and then of course, swim in the lake for your spine, okay? So that you could just release things there and with the spinal column in particular, okay? So it could get the pressure off of your back, okay? Your government meat sheet. Aw, I like that name. All right, so Sinarta, if you're here, love, there you are. House of Judea. Okay. Let's do your energy eval first, and then we're going to do your card reading, okay? All right, so I want you to create a circle of protection around you, my love. Call in the 4 directions, your medicine wheel, and then let me know when you're ready, okay? You're welcome, Norma. And have a happy birthday again. Ready? Okay, awesome. Lizzie says, my mom's corny. She named me Lizette and my sister Yvette. You know what? I'm going to be corny like that too, because I named my daughter Alyssa, and I was thinking of the other children that are coming because I already had dreams about them. One's going to be a girl, the other one's going to be a boy. I was thinking, well, Zachary, my fiance, he wants to name them Sarah and Michael. And we've discussed this, I don't know how many times back, like when we started dating. Okay, we were talking about kids like as soon as like the early stages of dating, we were already talking about kids. So anyway, he wants the boy to be named Michael, like the archangel, and then he wanted Sarah because he likes that name. And I'm like, Sarah, what? I don't mind it. And then, so my daughter's name is Alyssa. My name is Ariana. And we both have A's in our names, right? And so I wanted to continue the tradition of the A names. And I was like, I like Amanda, though. I was like, Amanda? And then I'm like, or maybe Amelia, or maybe what's the other one that I was thinking of with the A? I remember. Anyway, so I was like, oh, I want A names for the girls. Oh, Celeste. Huh? Pretty name. But we'll see. They'll tell me. They'll tell me what they like. That's how I waited for my daughter to be born to really decide on a name, because I just didn't want to give her a name, because my mom was like, "Oh, that's an ugly name," like like I wanted to see her in the flesh and know, okay, you're giving me this name that's popping in my head, obviously because you want to be named this. So yeah, she loves her name. She really does. So that's what I'm gonna do too. For all the other kids, it's like, want to see them, want them to look at me in the eyes and tell me, "This is my name, Mama." All right, so let's do how's your day? All right. All right, hun, I'm gonna connect to you. Ooh, okay, so we got shoulder activity. A little bit of activity in the neck area too. Have you been working out, girl? Because I'm sore now. I'm like feeling you. I'm sore. Like my muscles are sore. Well, that's good though. Like you're working out. Or you probably need to release more energy too. Okay. I feel like it's the upper body in particular, like the back and the shoulders. There's a lot of energy that you got there. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, girl, those are wings. Oh, well, that makes sense. They're heavy. So, okay, so these are the colors. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. All right, so this is the colors that I see. So the very top of the wingspan is like a very light, like reddish, pinkish color. And then we have like an ombre effect that goes downwards. And then you have a little bit of like a green tint as well, like at the tips. So it's like a dark green and goes to light green, and then like a light red to a very light pink, and it meets in the middle right there. So that's what it is. Your wings have sprouted, your wings are expanding, you are ready to fly, you're feeling more independent, more confident, more empowered. Okay, so I'm just like, oh, is she working out? Like, I'm sore. There, you're sprouting wings, girl. Harmony. I keep hearing harmony, harmony, harmony. Also, I don't know if you realize this, and maybe this is part of your possibly the practice that you're doing, like meditation wise. There seems to be like this Hindu energy coming in, because I also see multiple arms down your side of your body, like sprouting as well. Like you're standing like this, or you're sitting like this with your wings suspended and your arms like this. So multiple arms, and then you're holding like a blossom, like a like a pink lotus blossom in your hand, and you're going like this. And so then we have the neck. The neck is definitely an expression of energy that's coming in, where you're expressing yourself more, you're taking in more authoritative energy, and you are definitely telling the world, I'm here to assist, I'm here to guide. You're definitely expressing yourself more in this way, and the expression is definitely a vocal thing, like singing in particular, which is transforming everything, like your even when I'm looking at your cell structure, it's like transformed. It is no longer completely human. You know, you're integrating every aspect, like spirit cells. That's what that's what your guides say, the spirit cells, spirit technology, uh DNA activation. Okay, your heart space expands every time that you sing. There's a very warm and cooling effect of your through your energy that runs through your energy too. So when you need to cool things out, you cool things out. When you need to warm things up, you warm things up. And on your hands, because you have like 1, 2, 3 arms in each side, um, I see rings with what look like they're not runes, but they're sigils, rings with sigils on them. Power and protection. Okay, so that's what they represent, power and protection. And it's your own sigil. It's not a sigil that you've I mean you've read sigils before, but this is your own creation on your hands. Okay, what else do I see? So the bottoms of your feet, I feel like a cool breeze coming up from the bottoms of your feet. So there's definitely a connection to the element of water, and of course the element of air. So there's a lot of the work that you're doing has a lot of emotions that are backed, okay, through it. Like you are flowing with the emotions, you're allowing yourself to feel, but you're also analyzing them through that air energy, the air quality of yourself. Okay, so that's like the lower body. So you're like, they're showing you walking on water, like you're standing on over the water, and you're allowing it to flow up and down. Okay, and so that's like your emotions, that's what they represent. Okay, but yeah, so any discomfort that you have like on your shoulders or the back, it's because of this energy. So just, I would say, just do yoga, do some stretching, allow the energy to expand from your heart space upwards, like kind of like a T, like through the T intersection pretty much of your body. So going up through the crown, down through your feet, outside through your arms and your hands. Okay, so allow it, like when you expand your heart so that you can release the energy so it could not be so sore. um, do it that way. Okay, do it that way, just like you're just pushing it out, and just, it's just gonna go where it needs to go. Okay, it's not, you're just releasing it where it needs to go. Okay, all right, Sinarcha, that's all I have for you. Okay, all right, so we're gonna do your reading next, Sinarcha. Let's see. We got a angelic card reading. So remember, tell us what you think, Sinarta. It's a lot of work that you've been doing. I'm just like, whoa, like I'm sore. Oh, thanks. Oh my gosh, yeah. Like I was like, did I work out? No, I haven't worked out. Aw, I'm so glad you're releasing. Let me just, there we go. All right. Okay, so remember what I said about the angelics as well as the anybody that I pull cards for. These are definitely archetypes. These are definitely who you are and what energy you need to really become at this time, okay? Because it gives you the lessons that you need to learn from, as well as the expression that you need to express, as well as any magic or awareness or enlightenment or wisdom that you need at this time, okay? So working with these guides or becoming the energy as well, like allowing the energy to just flow in and becoming that archangel for the day, or expressing it. If you don't feel comfortable, you could just have them be a guide in front of you for the day, things like that. However it works for you, just be that energy, okay? Just be it, okay? Because that's definitely more helpful. Michi's like, Ari has that effect. Is that, I tell you, it's the Pisces moon, you guys. I don't know how many times that Pisces moon starts taking over, especially when I start looking at like things with like in particular with like little kids, or even with humans, period, you know, like, oh my god, like they haven't seen each other forever, you know. I just start crying, like ugly crying, and oh my god, they succeeded, you know. And then of course animals, even like with the animals with like oh my god. So I used to do this on purpose, okay? So when somebody would leave their animal and they haven't seen them for a while, you know, because they went off on vacation or they went off to the military or something, and it'll be like a cat or a dog, and they'll be like super excited and happy to see them. I'm like, oh my god, they remember, you know. That was me. It still is. All right, so Narta, let's see what your angelic guides want you to know. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yay! All right, so you got 3 angels: Chamuel, Zadkiel, and Jophiel. Okay, so Chamuel is the angel of love and romance, unconditional love. He is in charge of the rose ray, or the pink ray of unconditional love and art. Okay, expression. All right. And then we have Archangel Zadkiel, like I explained before. He is in charge of the violet ray of freedom and understanding and knowledge. Okay. So Chamuel is Venusian energy. Zadkiel is Jupiter energy. And then we have Jophiel, who is the archangel of the, I believe she is in charge of the golden ray for now, I think. Is she the golden ray? Okay, she is. And so the yellow ray, and this is of pretty much mastering yourself and learning, okay, as well as teaching. And then so for her, I don't know if there's a planet for her, Jophiel. It's somewhere in the Kabbalah. I thought I did see her name somewhere. I don't remember. But anyway, she's also about decluttering energy. So transmuting, as well as allowing new energy to flow in. So new beginnings, very much that angel. So you got beloved one for Archangel Chamuel. And this is about assisting you with unconditional love relationships, or really expressing that within your own self. What he is indicating, and more in particular about the one, okay, the one coming in, or the one being there, and having a deeper connection to this person, okay, more of like a deep soul connection, but also an expression of manifestation. When you two come together, you are able to concentrate on manifesting your reality together. Okay. So, for example, a lot of people do this through sexual energy. When you are combining your bodies, your sensual energy, your sexual energy together, and you are concentrating on the pleasure as well as directing the energy, you know, up through the kundalini and all this beautiful stuff, you are able to manifest with that energy as well. Okay, so you can do this in a way that you say, okay, we want to manifest a child, or we want to with this energy we want to manifest you know, a better, more stable life. With this energy we want to manifest peace on earth, you know, whatever you want, right? um, you do it that way. When two become one, that's what like Chamuel is saying. When two become one is a very powerful energy. Okay, Sinarta. So this is super important because it's definitely something that you know exactly how to do. Okay, it's definitely something that you've been wanting to express for a very long time and wanting in your life for a very long time, and it's attainable and it's definitely there, as well as it will be something that you will be at peace, finally feeling like you can be yourself, express yourself through this person, and vice versa, and things like that. Okay, so working on that beautiful connection. Thank you, Awakenings, Higher Vibrations. So next one is Zakiel, teaching and learning. So ultimately, manifestation with your partner leads to this discovery of your own soul's wisdom and how to express that through the knowledge that to pass that on to the next generation, as well as to teach other people how to express themselves through singing, through dancing, through vibrational expressions, through music, drumming, you know, things like that, sound healing, any type of healing pretty much. And you becoming the teacher is definitely the ultimate goal here, right? Well, you're learning, but you're also expressing the need to teach. And you're going to continuously go through that throughout your entire life. It's like you'll be the student and the teacher continuously. Okay, that's everybody. You know, I'm still a student as well as a teacher, and so that's definitely something that needs to happen, because there's this vision that you have in your head on how to reach people, how to really help them with their healing, how to really help them express themselves as well as their psychic abilities and things like that, how to trust those things. And so you already have that in your head. Like, I want to teach this, I want to help them with that, I want them to understand themselves better, whatever, you know, it just, there's a lot going on. Okay, so that's definitely manifesting. Okay, then the clear your space, it's more about beautifying your space, beautifying yourself, beautifying your home, allowing the flow of energy to just come in undeterred, untittered, undistracted, and things like that. So letting go of certain things that you might have, you know, maybe doing a garage sale, or maybe donating these things, because that used to be a part of you that you no longer need, right? So letting go of the past as well. So it's kind of like through the clothes, through the donations, through whatever it is that you're selling or donating, you let go of the past. Okay, and you're able to clear your space for something new to come in. So that's what Archangel Jophiel said, and it's definitely all about feng shui here too. You know, knowing how energy runs through your home. Okay, understanding that if we do have a cluttered home, then that means that the energy can be stagnant in certain places. Okay, so definitely important for you to do this stuff, okay, Siddhartha? So that's all I have for you for your angel reading. So again, like I said before, integrate these teachers, you know, become them, Chamuel, Zadkiel, and Jophiel, okay, when you're doing all this stuff. Because these are aspects, okay? All right, so next we have is, let's see, Brandon Walton. Brandon would like a galactic reading. And then after that, we have Michi with a galactic reading, Tara for an energy eval, Lizzie for a angelic reading, and then Tara for an angelic reading, and then Lizzie for an energy eval. Okay, let me just refresh the thing. Okay. All right. Oh, yay! Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, I'm like, is this the bracelet, Chamuel's bracelet that you have? This is the one I'm wearing too. Yeah, I need to make I think I ran out of Jophiel's, like, because it was citrine for Jophiel, and so I ran out of hers quick. And then I have citrine now, so I'm gonna repopulate the Jophiel bracelets and every other angelic bracelet. Of course, I have enough. And then so that's the one that I ran out right away. Like everybody likes citrine. You're welcome. Thank you so much for letting me read for you and letting me see your beautiful, beautiful energy field. All right, so we have Mr. Brandon Walton. Let me know if you're here so we can get you your reading. And then we're going to do Tara, and then we're going to do Lizzie. There you are. Yay. Okay, so we're going to do a galactic reading for you, Brandon. So like I said before, remember these guides show up because you used to be one of them in a past life, and they're your family members pretty much from this. Usually every guide, like I would say a lot of, especially here in the human realm, if you've had ancestors or even loved ones that crossed over and they've been gone for a while, they're usually guides by now, okay, unless they actually manifested into a different reality. But that's usually how it's expressed, and it depends on how what they choose, pretty much, you know. The soul chooses what they needs to choose for its growth, so usually they do volunteer to be guides. Ooh, okay. And so that's what gotta realize, that the star beings that come in are your family as well, okay? And sometimes they will show you how you used to look like as well. I know I look kind of weird in some of my past life. I was just like, ah! Startling. All right, homing beacon, Vega, so Lyran energy, okay? Homing beacon, number 71, it expresses into the number 8. Now, number 8 means infinity. It means abundance. It means a flow, infinite flow of abundance and prosperity, infinite flow of creation, undeterred, unstoppable, okay? So let's connect. Right away, we see Vegans. These are different types. So these guys are hawk looking, like a hawk. Okay, so if you have seen images of the most famous hawk being, who is the Egyptian god, oh my god, why am I blanking? He's like talking right now. Horus. So it's Horus. They look like him, okay? But they have armor on, like suits of armor on, like glistening armor. And their wings are back here, and they have a humanoid structure, meaning that they have a head, arms, and legs, have wings, and of course their face is like a hawk, just like Horus. These guys in particular, their coloring is different. It is a very, like, it kind of like moves from like a deep red color to a gold, like tipped as well, like red with gold. They're warriors. Okay, warriors of Vega. So we're going back to a lifetime where Vega was still very similar to this dimension, the third dimension here on the planet Earth. So there was still, duality, wars, technological advancements in weaponry, spaceships. I see them with spaceships, even though they have wings, they still like, because it was for long distance travel. That's what it is. And also interdimensional travel too. Okay, they're like transforming back and forth to solid and into spirit. Okay, so the ascension hasn't happened yet in Vega, but everywhere else in Lyra, it has. Okay, so Vega was one of the star systems that was still needing a little bit more time to really, really fix the things that they needed to fix. Okay, they were very busy with interdimensional travel as well as intergalactical travel, meaning they wanted to explore different locations in this galaxy and dimensions, and really figure things out for themselves in this manner. Okay, like what's the God spark? What is creation? What is creator? Things like that. So that's why they're dressed this way with their armor, because they were definitely explorers as well as warriors. Homing beacon represents that regardless of where they traveled, they always went home. Okay. And the same thing that applies for you is, like, regardless of your travels here on this planet, you always end up going back home. Okay. You always get drawn back home. Even if you go off to like backpacking in, I don't know, Spain, you always come back home. Okay. And because that's where you replenish your energy. That's where you recharge. Okay. But definitely the exploratory bug as well as the warrior spirit is still within you very much right now in this lifetime. So what your Lyran guides, the Vegans in particular, are saying is expressing of this energy is important for you, especially because of what's going on in your life right now, where there is clear duality, and it's very apparent with interactions with other people, even observing interactions with other people. It's like there's a lot of going on, a lot of conflict. There's a lot of just misunderstandings going on, and it's very difficult for you to stay I would say at peace, because you see so much chaos, and as a warrior spirit, you need to assist, right? You need to really help those who can't help themselves. Okay. Another thing that they're showing is the traveling thing. This is how that's going to happen, where you're going to go to different communities and you're going to start to really tell them, like, how can they, become one with creator? How can they trust their intuition? How can they heal? Things like that. So there's public speaking. There's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of expression in that manner, where you're going to really interact with the public. You're going to have people listening to you. I see you having a platform for that. I see you traveling for that. I see you being like kind of like one of those a life coach, of course, but also like helping people really transform their life for the better, you know, like giving them the proper steps. Like, here's some tools that you can use for you to get out of debt. Here's some tools that you can use for you to you know, find your soulmate, or really connect with your inner child, or really connect with, you know, self-love techniques and healing techniques, things like that. So this is definitely coming in big time. And the warrior energy is a protective energy. So everything that you're doing is protected because it's supposed to happen. It's God's will. It's your will. Okay. The homing beacon, though, for sure, there's going to be a place you're always going to go back to. There's going to be a place you're always going to hone in on in your energy and replenish it. There's going to be a specific location where you have to go back in order for you to feel whole again, in order for you to feel at peace again. Okay. And this is, I always feel like this is a recharge location, like a docking station for you to recharge. And so, you know, this is definitely going to happen. Let's see what else. And the beacon itself, the beacon of light. Think of yourself as the beacon of light in the shadows, in the darkness. And this is what this expression is. They're saying this is who you are and this is why you're here. And whatever the community that you're in and whatever chaos you see around you, you're the beacon of light for that community, you know, at this time. You're the one that's anchoring in the light. You're the one anchoring in the peace and helping people, you know, through the rough times and things like that. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I hope that makes sense. You're like, oh Lord, public speaking. You're gonna have to. Awesome. Yay. All right. So yeah, you're gonna have to, because you're needed. You are needed to speak up. You know, you're needed to speak up for those who can't speak for themselves. You're needed to really help people, okay? Coaching them how to get through things, because you're going through things and you've gone through a lot, and you are able to show them, look, I've survived. You know, I'm a survivor, and look, and I'm an empowered person. I'm an empowered. So that's what I think. You keep saying empowerment coach. That's definitely what you're going to be doing. So that's awesome. All right. So that's what I have for you. And then we have Tara next. Oops. Let me just check real quick. You're welcome. Oh no, we have Michi. We have Michi right after. So Michi is a galactic reading. All right, Michi. And then we have Tara. So with the vegans, Brandon, I want you to connect with Horus energy in particular, because this is pretty much a relative right there. And so vegan hawk energy, connect with that, integrate it into yourself, this aspect of who you are, so that you can really feel like, okay, I'm motivated to do this work. You know, I definitely need to, you know, this is my life path. I am motivated towards that now, you know, things like that. All right, so let's see Miti. Why, girl? All right. So you're a Gemini, right, Michi? Creative communication from Sirius, 6-1. That means 7. So the number 7 is different in Toltec tradition. The number 7, it represents a understanding of the flow of creation, meaning a channel, an open communication channel. Okay, that's what it represents in Toltec shamanism. So this is pretty funny that it's like creative communication, serious, and so yeah, like Gemini in the fifth house. All right, so seriously, okay, seriously, Michi. All right, let's connect to your Syrian guides. These are aquatic beings, Sirius B in particular. Their coloring is very different. They have a purple pink tone to them, like their skin, but their glow as well. So their auric field, and then they look very humanoid, meaning like more like us, but the only difference is that they're aquatic. Okay, so it means they have fins. So they're mer people. All right, mer people. Self-expression through communication channels. All right, so they're showing the way that you used to communicate in the watery planet that you came from back then. Okay, so this is like sound waves, like they're showing sound waves, and then they're also showing tapping. And then another thing is telepathy. Okay, big time telepathy, I would say, like it's the biggest one. Okay, let's see what else they're showing. Definitely a lot of waves, a lot of wave energy. Vortex creations of vortexes as well. So when you used to create vortexes in this planet, they're showing kind of like the vortex being opened in the water vortex or whatever. It was two things. It was either used to push energy outwards, like, or objects, move objects, or it was used to go through to end up in the another side of the planet. So it's like a wormhole. Definitely showing you as one of the leaders, though, like a leader or leadership role here. Okay, so what you said was like your word was law. All right, and so for that being like in that particular lifetime, they're saying this has to happen here. Your word needs to be law here. Okay, and I think it does happen in your home. Or just like, I said it, all right, like you better listen to me. But anyway, what they want you to concentrate on is different forms of communication for your human self. Okay, and this could be an expression of poetry in particular, or writing things down, your experiences, so journaling, but also it's definitely blogging, and like expressing how you feel your experiences through a blog post, or through a, you know, just sharing that in social media format, or whatever that is, or even having a YouTube channel where you talk about this spiritual path that you're in. Talk about how that you know, coincides with your family life, and how you have been teaching your, you know, kids and family how to be more in alignment with the spiritual practices that you are currently in, as well as you know, just heightening the psychic abilities and trusting them. So creative communication comes in this form. It comes in the expression through words, through writing, through speaking. Okay, until you learn how to telepathically communicate again. Yay, you're a writer! Yay! Like, I think your kids already know this though. Like they hear your voice in their head when they know they're doing something naughty, and they're like, oh shoot, you know. But yeah, so that's what the Syrian guides want you to remember how to do, okay? How to be that my word is law, and how to express yourself through writing, through sharing of your writing in particular, to help other people, especially other moms. You know, like, how do you handle a psychic child, a highly sensitive psychic child? You know, how do you help them out? Like, what is your experiences with these children, with these sensitive children? How can you help with their gifts and abilities, and you know, help them grow with them, and express them, and you know, integrate and accept them, right? So that's what they're showing me, that you're going to do this, that you're going to really write something like this to help people with that. All right, you're welcome, Ichi. All right, next one is Miss Tara Martinez for an energy eval and a angelic reading. And then we got Lizzie Darko for angelic and energy eval. Yay, Tara! Lots of patience. Yes. And lots of love and hugging. So I do with my little crab cakes. She's a Cancer sun, Aries moon, and Scorpio rising. So I always, she's so rigid. That Scorpio is definitely very powerful right now, because she'll be like, I'm fine. I catch her sniffling, and then, like, if she's watching a movie and she's sniffling, I'm like, are you okay? Do you need to cry? And she's like, I'm fine. It's just a movie, Mom. And I'm just like, whoa, that's Scorpio. All right. Hi, Nancy. Yes, you definitely can, love. It's on the description, I believe, box for you to look at. Hi, Denise. All right, so let's go ahead and start for you, Tara. I want you to, and you're going to learn this during our class, but I want you to, so what you do is you create a circle of protection around you. So you could just wave your finger and just go like this. I create a circle of protection, and I welcome in my guides of love and light to assist me. Or you can do the medicine wheel, which is calling in each direction. You'll learn this during class, so you don't have to do all that. So you could just do the circle of protection thing. That's pretty quick. And just let me know when you're done, okay? Sorry, I need this thing. Ooh, the camera. There, focus. All right, Tara, so I'm going to go ahead and connect to you. Okay, right away, feel something right here on the left hemisphere area, and I'm sure that's probably going to be the opposite side of, because we're doing a mirror effect right now, energetically. So a little bit of just tinglings, a little bit of pressure, and a lot of, like, kind of like energy going like this around your head, like. Lower chakras is one thing that they're indicated as well. So the hip area, if you have, like, come a little bit of discomfort in the hip area, like a little bit of soreness or maybe just discomfort, there's definitely an indicator of movement, need you to move a little bit more, maybe doing like a little bit of yoga, a little bit of stretching and bending the hip, especially the hip flexors, to allow that energy to continuously flow from that area. I'm getting an indicator in the sacral as well. So there is energy there as well that needs to be moved downwards, anchored in. So in the solar plexus, in Toltec tradition, it's the vortex. That's what we call it, is a vortex of energy. And that one in particular, it has a connection to relationships. Okay, so relationships with your intimate relationships, as well as sexual, as well as platonic ones. Okay, emotional. Let's just say that it's an emotional connection too. Okay. So that being said, they're saying, you know, a need for you to really explore these emotions and release them when you're ready. Okay. Release through whatever means necessary, meaning like expressing them, either feeling the anger or feeling the frustration or feeling the sadness or whatever it is. Okay. And letting them go. Okay. That's something really important for you to do. It's very much a self-healing technique. Okay. So that will move that energy out as well. So lower back pretty much won't be so bad as soon as you start moving that energy outwards from there too. Okay. So you definitely have your healing hands active. So you can even do this through, you know, moving, like imagining you moving energy down, all the way down to your feet, and from your feet, rooting it all the way into the mother's heart center, and then moving that energy out. Okay. And I did feel indicators in the back of your spine as well, like a spine alignment energy, like upper spine between, I would say, between the shoulder blades right there. And it's going through the chest right here. Okay. So heart space work needs to be done as well. Okay. From the back. So from the back, usually when I see energy coming from the back towards the front, it's from the past. Something to do with the past, a past relationship, letting things go, helping yourself heal from the past. Okay. So then we also feel a little bit of just slight discomfort and bloating in the midsection area. So this is the digestive tract. This is where we have usually, especially if we're not eating the things that will prevent this from happening, like this irritation, irritable bowel syndrome, things like that. Sometimes we suffer through that because of emotions, the emotions that we retain. It can manifest into these physical things through what the actions that we take as well. So through emotional eating, this is something that I have a problem with as well. Okay. And so maybe I don't mean you should switch your diet completely. You have to do whatever works for you. Okay. But what they're saying is for this in particular, taking in things that are like a prebiotic and a probiotic will help. Having citrus, having fruits, having, you know, oh, when we're trying to prevent bloating though, okay, so we're trying to like reduce the bloating, don't eat anything that is going to create that. So such as like anything, if you're not good at digesting grains, or any type of vegetable that creates like gas or bloating, like broccoli for one, maybe one of them, beans if you're not used to them as well. you know, it depends on how you cook them too. Okay. So yeah, they're saying just reduce the irritation, reduce the bloating by eating these different things. Okay. Oh, so there, I don't know if you're a coffee drinker, but they say let's switch from, like, you could still drink coffee, but let's add some tea into it too. Okay, so something such as peppermint tea, for in particular, they're saying will be good for you for that. Okay, peppermint tea helps with digestion as well as reduces bloating. All right, so that's all I have for you, Tara, for your energy eval. Oh, your peppermint tea. It's probably like, drink me. You're welcome, Tara. Yeah. Okay. So with running, um, so this is what one of my my chiropractor said the worst thing you could do to your body is run. Because it starts to shift things, right? It starts to shift your hips, your especially it depends on what type of running shoes you have too. Okay, you have to have the best running shoes for your body, for your feet, because sometimes when we run, if we don't have good running shoes, we'll run like we're slamming our foot down onto our arches instead of the toes, right? And so that's how you're supposed to run. You're supposed to run on your like the balls of your feet, pretty much in your toes, right? Instead of like hitting the pavement with like your whole entire foot, right? So anyway, form is important. So is shoe. Because then it really shifts your hips as well as your knees and really unaligns everything else. Okay. And that creates discomfort. It creates hip problems, knee problems, things like that. Okay. So just be careful. Be careful. Don't just go full sprint the first time that you're okay. You definitely can do it, but just be careful with how you're be mindful of your body. Okay. And so I do run, I do that, but sometimes I do make sure that I am like, okay, my feet look a little bit funky. Like I gotta straighten my feet. I gotta make sure that I'm running on like the like the balls of my feet instead of like the entire foot and things like that. So we really need to be very thorough with our running. Okay. But I like to do the elliptical more though. And then I like to do walking on an incline more because that burns fat right there. Okay. Cardiovascular system is still working, but it's more of a fat burning right there. So elliptical, resistance, anything with resistance, anything that's going uphill, like cycling, that burns more fat. And so if you're trying to burn fat, then I recommend that. But if you're just wanting to run to make yourself healthier with your cardiovascular system, with your everything else, then definitely running is good. And yes, will lose weight, but also you get more hungry when you run. You really do, because you're burning calories, so you're like, you got to replenish. But yeah, so that will be good. Okay, you're welcome. Someone threw it. Yeah, your guides are like, drink this, girl. All right, so we're gonna do your reading real quick. Okay, so we're gonna do your angelic reading. Oh yeah, definitely, Michi. Yeah, you can leave it at, I believe, the Facebook. You could do Facebook Clear Sight, or is it Mystical Illuminations for Facebook? I think you can leave a review there, and then you could also do it on my website. So as soon as you go on my website, it's right there. You can leave a review there too. Okay, I appreciate it. Dude, the fairies are like full, like just flying everywhere behind me still. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so we have Archangel Michael, Archangel Haniel, and Archangel Raguel for you, Tara. So remember what I said, archetypes, concentrating the energy, becoming the energy of these archangels to help you and assist you in these particular facets of your life, okay? So we have you are safe with Archangel Michael, okay? So this is more like energy shifting, okay? So if at night you feel energy shifts or kind of like pressure changes in the room, understand that these are your guides that are coming in, but also a lot of frequency that's coming in from the higher realms and hitting you like in your home, okay? High frequency pitches in your ear, those are your guides as well. And then of course if you see movement, right, so like the orbs that you see behind me, like that one, that is guides as well. And then of course if you feel a presence, if you feel, oh my god, something's here, know that Archangel Michael is always there with you. You are safe, you're protected. It is okay for you to really be yourself, express yourself as well, so that you are safe. It applies to your spiritual practice as well, meaning you sharing that with other people. It is okay to share who you are. It is okay for you're not going to get burned at the stake. And so it is okay. You are safe. Okay. You are protected. You are being guided every day. Okay. Let's see. Tara says crazy shit's been happening in my dreams and I see orbs all day. Yeah. So yeah, they're just telling you we're here. We're here. We're always around. Okay. So the next one is sensitivity. So that's why you're definitely more sensitive than you used to be. Okay. And this is because of these energy shifts, the collective and the cosmic ones. Understanding the extra sensitivity is heightening your awareness of your gifts, of your abilities to heal, as well as to change and shift energy in a location, okay? Such as if you go to visit someone and it feels very dense, like the energy feels like it's heavy, then you can shift it by your merely saying, okay, I will only stay here if the energy shifts to a higher frequency, to clearing the energy and things like that. Okay, you definitely can do that. There's also sensitivity with other people, with their energy, okay, and how it is kind of like you're sensing their energy and you're just like, no thank you, I'm gonna come over here now. Understand that when we feel things like that, sometimes coming from people that we interact with, it's a like there's just a plethora of explanations why they feel that way. It could be that they're having a bad day due to their own personal lives, or it could also be, for me in particular, and you're gonna learn how to do this, Tara, too, for the Toltec course. You're gonna know exactly where this is coming from and so that you can have a better understanding of these people. Okay, so usually when I interact with people and I feel like a heaviness, I feel it here. Okay, and I feel it here on top of my shoulders. So the top of the shoulders is the stress, the heaviness in the chest is emotional, and then in the head If I feel fogginess, like confusion, that means there is addiction. Okay. And so to me, it's a very common thing, especially where I work with the children in particular. If I feel that in the children, I mean, they're going through some emotional stuff, okay, or they're stressed out, or and if and this is a very common for the ones that are taking medication, is a fogginess here, okay, and unfortunately, some of them do drugs, so there's definitely confusion. So, so yeah, so that's how I know they're being naughty, okay. But anyway, you're gonna feel that, and you already know it, though. You intuitively know, okay, there's something off with this person, and they're so you react towards the energy that they're presenting to you, okay. So that's what Haniel is trying to explain to you, is like, this is definitely why you're reacting this way. You're very sensitive to these energies, the shifting, the energies from other people, and just honor what you're feeling, meaning allow yourself to really trust what you initially felt, as well as ask questions like, okay, I'm initially feeling dense energy somewhere in my body. Where is this coming from? What does this mean? You know, when you start asking these questions, then it reveals, like, your guides and as well as your higher self reveals, okay, this person's going through this. All right. And you could definitely shift their energy by if you want to, by being like smiling at them or saying like, I hope you have a good day, like, things like that, right? And if you know them personally, then you could ask like, hey, what's going on? Okay, because it's gonna bother you until you do something. Like, trust me, like when I go in public and I'm like, oh my god, oh, my head hurts, why does my head hurt? And then I'm sitting next to some stranger, and I'm just like, oh my god, my hand really, really hurts. And then I look over and I see that they have like a cast on themselves, like a broken arm and hand. Then I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then I'll just be like, hey, what's going on? Like, hi, how are you? Oh, that looks like it hurts. And they'll be like, yeah, that hurts. It'll be like, and then I'll go away. It always happens that way, you guys. Oh, I can't run from it either, because it'll start hurting really bad. But anyway, so that'll be good, because then you can shift them. You can shift their mindset too, making them feel better. Okay. So anyway, that's your sensitivity from Haniel. And then you got relationship harmony from Ragwell. So Ragwell with relationships to others, relationship, intimate partner, as well as family members. Okay. Big shifting here is happening here for you. They're opening up communication lines. They're opening up everybody's heart space. So if there's been like intense conversations that have been going on at home, or even with people who you're close to, it's remedied. Okay, things are being fixed for you. Okay, just ask your angels, please help me, please guide me, please guide my words, please assist me with expressing myself with love and compassion. Please assist them with expressing themselves with love and compassion too. Okay, so when you start to do this and practice it and understand, there's different perspectives out there. That's why some people might argue or might feel like they need to express themselves in that manner. We have to really understand where they're coming from too. Not necessarily take responsibility for their expression, that's their responsibility, but more or less understand, okay, this person's obviously pissed off, and so we got to ask questions like, why are you mad? Why are you upset? Please explain to me what's going on. And so they start pointing the finger. That's when you start to just listen to them. I know it's hard, but then just be like, okay, you're saying that you're upset because I did X, Y, and Z, but I'm going to let you know right now that whatever you need to do, express yourself too. Okay. So there has to be open communication lines here. Okay. So that people won't feel like after they have a conversation, or you have a conversation with them, or they have a conversation with you, that nothing got resolved. Okay, so very, very important, very, very important. Okay, you cut your mom off almost a year ago due to her energy and alcoholism. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense, because there is definitely a power struggle in that relationship too. You were the mom. Okay, you were the mom. All right. And unfortunately, addiction in particular happens because, unfortunately, these people who are addicts have gone through some very dark things, and they were not able to heal these things, and so they use alcohol or other drugs to escape from their reality, to escape their pain. But unfortunately, that's not a healthy coping mechanism, and they're ruining other people's connections to them through choosing alcoholism more than their children, through choosing drugs over their children or over their lovers and things like that. And so to me, I feel like eventually this is going to come back again, or your mom is going to come back again into your life, or try to. But I just want you to understand that listening to her is okay, but you also have to express the way you feel too. Okay, and you have to let her know there's boundaries up. There's boundaries. Like, she cannot do the same thing that she's been doing over and over again, and that's why you had to cut her off. Okay, so just letting you know. Okay, so when she does come back, Archangel Raguel, so that it can help you with expressing yourself. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Tara. So next is Lizzie Darko. Let's go ahead and do Lizzie. This thing is taking forever. If you are here, my love, let me know. Oh, I see your little alien face. So we could do your energy eval and then your angelic guidance. You're welcome, Tara. And then after Lizzie is Lightworker Enterprises for a, what is this? Oh, this is something else. That's something else. Let's see. Hold on. Denise Cole. So Denise, we have you for a energy eval and a angelic guidance. And then who is this? Let me look at my email and see what it is. That's not it. Hold on. I think it's a booking. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Because I'm looking at the amount, so I'm just like, I don't know what this is. Hold on. I was confused with the amount. Hold on. Okay. Nancy, what is the amount for? Because I think I only have 10, 15, and 30 listed. I don't remember the 20. Or, I don't know. You tell me. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and start with Lizzie. Lizzie, I want you to, we're going to do your energy eval. I want you to go ahead and create a circle of protection around you. Yeah, 10, 15, and 30. Yeah, that's why I'm like confused. Oh, okay. That's okay. That's okay. Nancy, the 3 card. Okay, that's fine. All right. So Lizzie, go ahead and let me know when you're ready. So create a circle of protection around you. Let me know when you're ready so I can start to touch your energy. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, love. I'm so glad, but I'm so confused. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. Okay, so we're gonna do your angel right after Lizzie's stuff. Okay. You ready? All right, awesome. All right, Lizzie, I'm gonna connect to you. Okay. All right. So trumpet is sounding. Like, I swear, they showed these huge trumpets and they're like blowing them like the angels. Sounding the trumpets. Sounding the trumpets. I keep saying that. And there's like a cloud of white energy around you. Like just swirls of it with silver tone. Oh my god, there's a dragon. So the cloud is actually a dragon. Like a silver white dragon around your energy field. He's saying that his name is Rynek. Rynek. So R-Y-N-E-K. Rynek. He is the guardian of the light. That's what he says. Of the flame. Okay. All right. So he's your protector as well as a guardian of the flame. So to me, he's showing a white flame, initiation flame. That's what he's calling it. Initiation into the mysteries. That's what he's calling it. Okay. So let's see. He just wants you to know that he's there. Okay. He just he's like, make sure she knows. Initiation. This is not your first one. He is saying this is the one that is the transformative one. Okay, so this is the one that you wanted to step into in order for you to completely step further into your real life's mission. Okay. He's touching your third eye. The back of your third, this is your 5th dimensional portal right here, the back of your head. Heart space. Hands, fingertips in particular. A lot of movement, a lot of energy coming through, and your physical body is feeling it as well. You're feeling tired, exhausted, but you're also feeling like spurts of like high energy, and you're just like, woo, what the heck? And then so the physical body, and particularly the hands, you might feel itchiness on the palms, or even the fingertips might feel like there's like there's movement of energy around the fingertips, that you're just feeling things like that. And then I see in the heart space, there's like tingling, as well as like a little bit of poking in the back as well. So this is again like past, like it's a letting go of any fear. He's saying, let go of your fear. Okay, let go of your fear of being seen. And that's because of judgment from past relationships, judgments that you've had from other people that didn't understand you or didn't want to understand you. Okay. So that's the fears of being judged, of being criticized. Okay. In the third eye, there's activity. There's a lot of there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of activity, a lot of ideas coming in. The fifth dimensional portal is connected completely. It's connected and it's completely open. That's where a lot of these ideas are coming in. Fifth dimensional connection. Your higher self is speaking through you. Okay. Owning your birthright is the biggest one that they're both saying. Is owning your birthright, allowing yourself to be who you are without feeling that people are going to criticize you or judge you because you've experienced that in the past. Okay, so this is the healing that needs to be done and let go of for this eclipse, especially because as soon as you do that, that eclipse energy is going to propel you further onto the path that you're here to walk. Okay. So this is definitely going to feel like an initiation again. Another one, okay? All right, Lizzie, so that's all I have for you. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so now we're going to do your angelic reading. Let's see. Oh, girl. These are getting good. Oh, man. It's like the first card, too. Oh, my God. Lizzie. I don't know if you can see this, but look what that word says. Look at what that word says. Look at it. Leadership. Leadership. And what the hell? Remember I saw those trumpets? She has a trumpet in her hand. Sounding the trumpets. Archangel Gabriel. It's time. Oh my God, girl. Oh my God. I was like, why are these trumpets all over? And you know what's another thing is the colors that I saw, the white. So Archangel Gabriel is actually the archangel of initiation, the archangel of the white ray of purification. Okay, she is the one that helps you purify your energy, that helps you heal whatever needs to be healed in order for you to do God's will, right? In order for you to step further into your path of initiation, of spirituality, things like that. So, oh my God, that's makes sense. But that white dragon, that's yours. That one is definitely yours. It's all you right there. That is who guards your wisdom and the mysteries, your psychic abilities. That is who you are in the elemental kingdom, that white dragon. Man, that's awesome. But anyway, this is so funny that this is the first card too, like leadership. This is what you gotta do. Step it up, girl. So definitely, Archangel Gabriel says it's time for you to step further into your path. It's time for you to teach others about what you already know. It's time for you to really feel more empowered in a position of authority, okay? Because this is something that you are going to step into, okay? The more that you share, the more the more that people start to trust your word, the more that they seek you out and your wisdom, okay? So that's awesome, okay? And then we have comfort. Okay, your comfort levels are they're not gonna be comfortable anymore. Archangel Azrael, by the way, who is the angel of transition or the angel of death. So comfort levels are shifting. All right. And he's saying, do not be afraid. Do not fear the changes, because this is something that you've been wanting to do for a very long time. And this is something that is attainable now through this eclipse energy, where we have to get out of our comfort zones. We have to really step further into something that is a little bit intimidating, a little bit scary, right, for us. And he's saying, you got to do this, because this is the only way that you can heal a lot of things, a lot of the past stuff that you've been dealing with is being self-empowered, through showing up, through getting, putting yourself back into that leadership position where you belong. Okay. So remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Like, I'm going to keep telling you this, girl. Archangel Michael. Oh, man. He's like, let's go. Let's do this. Remember who you are. Okay. So he's definitely saying you are very powerful, and people need that energy. They need you to help them out. Okay. They need your guidance. Okay. And so it's time for you to remember who you are, step into your role as a leader, as well as share your wisdom with the world. Okay. So this is so awesome, Lizzie. I am so excited for you. Like everything, I'm just like everything. I'm like, holy shit, dude. This is like you are on a different timeline already. Like you thought this time was never gonna come, and it's like, bam, right now. Okay, it's done. It's like that old life is gone. All right, it's gone. All right. So how can you start? By expressing yourself, by sharing your knowledge, especially your knowledge of astrology, something that you feel more comfortable with sharing, right? So your knowledge of astrology would be the first thing. Maybe writing about, what you're reading on the transits, right? What's going on with the transits right now, sharing that as a post. Or even, helping people connect with the energy of the transits, connect with the planetary alignments, connect with the houses that are involved, connect with, the degrees in particular. I think that's like something very fascinating for you in particular, like the degrees. Connect with the, even with the, what is it called? The galactic aspect of things too. So it's just a lot of things that are like a lot of ideas that are going to be shuffling through, and it's definitely happening now. Like you sharing posts, you expressing the knowledge that through a post. Okay. You love degrees. That's exactly, because you're like degrees. Like that's all I hear. Like you're talking about degrees. Like that's something that is pretty awesome for you. Like you just love that stuff. I love degrees. I always read this book called Inside Degrees. Aw, that's awesome. Yay, I'm excited to see this. Even if you don't feel comfortable with a YouTube channel, I would definitely attempt one where you could just record a voice recording at first. You know, if you don't feel comfortable like talking like this, you could just do a voice recording at first, and then just share like pictures of like the actual like the chart for the day or for the week or the month, whatever, and just talk about like the, you know, like point at the like degrees or like you know, the houses and the, you know, transits and things like that. That'll be very awesome if you start doing that. Yes, it is. Exactly. It's an expression of energy. Every degree has a different type of expression. And so, yes, you definitely, oh, that would be nice if you write poems about the degrees and how they are expressed through your energy. Okay. That'll be awesome. Yay! Awesome. Do it, Lizzie. It's time, girl. All right, so next one is Ms. Max, and she fell asleep while watching. So hug back. And Nancy, you're next, my love. Nancy would like a angel reading, angel reading, angel reading. All right, Nancy, let's see what your angels would like you to know. Get her done, Lizzie. Ooh. Ooh, that's so pretty. Ooh, okay. Awesome. All right, for you, my love, see if you're here. Let me know if you're still here, because then I'll be talking and then you're not here. Nancy. All right, so for Nancy, this is for Nancy, okay? So we have Archangel Raguel, Archangel Metatron, and Archangel Jophiel, okay? So Raguel, he is about the psychic energies, okay? About accessing your gifts, okay? That's who he represents. He's the one that looks like an old hermit with a staff, or he's like a long bearded guy or whatever, like an old wizard. So he's about magic. He's about psychic abilities, okay? And so he is asking you to really hone in on your, in particular, your clairsentience, your feeling empathy, your feeling of energy shifting with your body, feeling of people's emotions with your body, okay, as well as your own emotional state, okay? So clairsentience is something that is really heightened right now for you. You're very sensitive right now, but emotional and physical is how you read these things, okay? So it's medical intuition, put it that way, okay? So that's what I do. It's medical intuition. Like when I do energy work or whatever, I feel it is like as if I'm the person, okay? Like I am the body of the person. I am in, you know what I mean? Like it feels like that, or it's like a mirror effect. Like I feel it on one side of my body while it's on the opposite on theirs, right? So that's what you're doing right now. Like you're feeling stuff, you're sensing things with your physical body, and you're just like, what's going on? Like I never felt that before, or how did that happen? You know, like you're a Virgo sun. That makes sense because my Virgo rising is the one that takes over when I do healing work, especially when it's physical healing, right? So if you're feeling physical stuff, that's your indicator right there. That's that Virgo power right there. That's the physical healing power of Virgo, where they are medical intuitives, meaning that they feel ailments in the physical body from the person that they're doing the energy work on. So anyway, Ragwell is saying when you're working this way, make sure that you are definitely, after you're done with the work, after you're done with energy work, or after you're done talking with somebody about where you're feeling or stuff or sensing in their body, you disconnect, okay, and then you release the energy, because it can be stuck there too. So I learned this from my own like my own mentors, where I was retaining a lot of the injuries, uh, in particular, with when I was doing energy work. I still felt it. And I was like, am I not doing it correctly? But I did it, right? So I would feel like the release of the energy, the healing of that limb, or the healing of that muscle, or the cells and things like that. And the person will feel very good afterwards. But then later on, I would be like, oh, I still feel the pain. So my mentor said it's because I needed to disconnect completely. I needed to clear my own energy field and make sure that I removed anything that I felt, okay, physically, okay. And so this is something that Nancy, they're saying you should do too, because a lot of the sorenesses, or a lot of the discomfort in your physical body is coming from something else for some other people, okay. And so it's good for you to release and clear your space, detach from the person. And you could just do this by saying, right now I am disconnecting from your energy. I am, bringing back my energy, and I'm giving your energy back. Okay. Like that. Okay. And then, if you need to use, energy work on yourself, meaning like just do a quick little scan and release like this, just like swiping and wiping away. You could do that. You could do it with plants as well, like such as like saging and things like that, just concentrating the smoke, releasing it into that area, things like that. Okay, so whatever works for you. Or you could do a bath and just imagine it all melting away into the water and then going down the drain, okay, or shower, okay. So whatever works for you. All right, so next one is indigo and crystal children with Archangel Metatron. So teaching the next generation the same practices that you're learning right now, the same methods that you're doing. Okay, so to me, this is very important, because for you in particular, and this is a Virgo thing. Like, I swear, every freaking Virgo, every Virgo that I have ever met in my life is a teacher, or is teaching children something, right? And this is a beautiful thing, because this is a Virgo thing, very straight out Virgo thing. So if there's children in your life, teach them your ways. Okay, teach them your ways. The same thing applies to if you are a teacher. Teach them mindfulness, teach them about stress release, teach them about yoga, teach them about connecting to the earth, connecting to these spirits, things like that, through meditation, through your practice, things like that. And so this is really important, because this is what you're here to do. You're here to teach the next generation, to be empowered in their gifts, as well as to empower others. Okay, very important. You go, yeah, there you go. And that is alchemy right there. That's magic. Okay, so that's magic right there. Cooking is magic, because cooking is alchemy. Cooking is healing. Okay, so definitely, heck yeah, teach kids how to cook. You can do this on YouTube. Have your like a cooking channel for kids. Bam. All right, the next one is outdoors. So this is Jofiel. She's asking you to connect to the nature spirits. So if you've been seeing them rushing around in the background right here, they're like, yes, connect to us. Nature spirits, to include the mineral kingdom. So that is gemstones, that is crystals, that is the stone people, okay? To the trees, to the herbs, to the animals, to the elementals. So be out in nature, because this is a Virgo. Like, you really need the earth as an earth sign yourself, because it is a very Virgo thing to be replenished by the earth. Okay, so if you're feeling stressed out, if you're feeling down, plant a garden, maybe dig in the earth, go outside, sit on near a tree, whatever it is. I feel like this is something that will help you with grounding as well as with releasing anything that's going on in your life too. Okay, so yep. Awesome, awesome. So that's what I have for you, Nancy. All right. So next we have is Denise Cole. So Denise has a energy eval as well as an angelic reading. All right. Awesome. You're welcome. Yeah. Oh my God. So it's so funny that you said like you want to teach kids how to cook, because my daughter was talking about, I want to make a YouTube channel and teach things like cooking and like science experiments and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that'll be good. There you are, Denise. Yay. Okay. So we're gonna do your energy eval first. So go ahead and do your circle of protection. Let me know when you're ready, okay? So I can connect. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is really fun. I miss doing this. I'm glad that I have this break in between, so I could be on live more for you guys. All right. I miss YouTube. So I will definitely one of the little guides are like, hi, you guys. Okay, so I will definitely send out information via either a video next time that I go live, or post it in the I think it's called the, what is it called? There's these posts that come in on YouTube when I'll go live again. Okay, so did you see those? They're like going so slow. They're like, I want people to look at me. Like they wanted you guys to just look at them. You're welcome. All right, Denise. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and connect to you, Denise. All right, so I'm feeling right on the top of the shoulders, a little bit of tension right here as well. Stress. That I keep hearing stress. The weight of the world. And then right the back of the neck right here. Okay, so it seems to be there's this distress, as well as like it seems like just soreness and tenderness as well. So like if you're having trouble sleeping, that's one of the indicators too. Maybe when you sleep, you're like, sometimes you get like a little bit of soreness because you might have slept wrong. I'm also feeling so they're showing the color red. Okay, so the red in those areas indicates like hot points, but I'm also feeling that they're power energies as well. So power struggles, that's what they're explaining. Stressful situations, power struggles in work relationships. Then they're kind of showing right here like a cooling area in the heart space too. So there's like the red, but right here it's like a greenish tone, as well as with blue in a cooler area. And then I'm also feeling a lot of just discomfort in the joints of your arms, like your shoulders. Yeah, so it's like a lot going on. The solar plexus is another indicator too, and carpal tunnel as well. Carpal tunnel, discomfort in the limbs, discomfort in the joints, discomfort in the bones. And with the solar plexus, it's active, and it's it's definitely radiating energy, but it's kind of like a frustration as well. Okay, like it's empowered but frustrated. So I see a horse in the background, a Pegasus being, and he's like it's time for us to escape. It's time for us to take a break. He's like, let's go, let's fly off. He's like, we gotta go. um so let's see what else. You're rooting, you're rooted, you're rooted, you're rooted, you're rooted. Movement, slow movement. I'm also feeling right here kind of like a, I don't know if you're getting tension migraines sometimes because of the stress. It's like it goes from like the frontal lobe all the way to the back. And it feels like a shock, but it also feels like a tense like pressure. Cerebral cortex activity. Okay. The medulla oblongata activity as well. Okay, so in the brain, they're kind of indicated in the brain what's going on. So in the brain is the fluctuation of chemicals responses. So this is the response of stress. Like dopamine levels are not that high. Serotonin as well. So feel good chemicals are definitely due to the situation, they're fluctuating. Okay. As well as emotional things are happening that are just like, okay, I need a break. I really like your guys are like, she really needs a break. She really needs a break from certain people in her life, from the stress of the day-to-day work life is in particular too. Okay. I'm also feeling like in the breast area, tenderness. Like around the outside of the breast. I don't know if this is like a swelling thing that's happening. I don't know if you're on your moon and this happens, or if you're, let me see. Okay. Hormonal changes. Oh, okay, okay. Hormonal changes. So this is definitely a hormonal thing. So the throat, when we have fluctuation of emotions, it does tend to affect our thyroid gland. It does tend to affect then our other like glands that produce hormones. So that's why they're indicating the brain as well. The fluctuation of chemicals and hormones has a lot to do with what's happening in your life, with your emotions, with the people around you, affecting you. When you are happy, you're just like, okay, everything's great. But when you get stressed out, you're just like, fuck, like you're like, this is hard. Like it feels like heaviness a lot. Okay. um Release, release, release. So it's time for you to release this. Okay. um Yes, take those days off. Take those days off. I don't know why you're still there. I would have been like, bye. You need to take a break. You need to go on vacation. You need a spa. You need a spa break. You need a massage. You need to get pampered. You need energy healing if they do it with the massage. I don't know, but you need a break. You need to get like like one of those mud, like the mud, what is called, a mud wraps or whatever. You need that. You detox. So that's why the hormones are super active, because there needs to be an energetic detox. There needs to be something to release. Okay. Yes, you are. Yes, and that's definitely, yeah, and that's why everyone depends on you. And so that's why your shoulders hurt, that because you're carrying everybody, like the whole weight of these people on you. And so yes, you need to take a break from them. Oh my gosh, yes, definitely. And it is creating changes in your physiology because of this. So if it is creating changes in your weight, it is creating changes in your physiology and the chemicals in your brain, how happy you are, how stressed, things like that. So taking a break will help. It will help you feel much more like yourself again. Okay, it'll help with the changes that are going on in the physical body too. Okay, so the more that you do this, the more that you take breaks, the more that you balance these things, the better you will be off, the healthier. The body responds to outside stimuli. Okay, and this is something really important for you to understand, is that when we have people bothering bothering us, relying on us, and we cannot come through or follow through with a lot of things because we're doing other million things for other people, then that creates a influx or a fluctuation of energy, as well as it starts to trigger hormonal responses and emotional responses, and then physiological. Okay, so very, very important for you to take a break. Okay, de-stress. Yeah. So the neck is like the neck pain. You're like, I can't sleep. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, you need a break, Denise. Definitely. All right. Overworked and underappreciated. That's what your guide was saying too. Overworked and underappreciated. All right. So we have a reading for you, and this is going to be my last one, Denise. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's time. And this Gemini season in particular, this is the perfect time to do it. Concentrate on what you want, concentrate on what you need, so that you won't feel like you're falling apart, physically, like you will feel like you can't sleep at night because you're so worried about doing other things for other people. Okay, so definitely need that. You definitely need it. All right. And of course, this looks like you flying away. Of course. That's why that Pegasus too. He's here. I was like, why is there a Pegasus? Holy shit. He's like, I'm here. You definitely have him. Yeah, you need to fly away. All right, so brilliant idea. This is from Archangel Uriel. So the Pegasus is definitely your spirit animal for you to fly away, go on vacation. That is the most brilliant idea that you've had thus far. Okay. He's like, yes, please go on vacation. It's divinely guided. It is necessary. It is necessary for you to replenish. It is necessary for you to fill your cup back up. Okay. Archangel Uriel, he is the hermit, right? He lights the path. All right. And so he's saying, even if you have questions about like, what's your next step for path, in particular spirituality, the only way that you can really see the next step, or the only way that you can really be the lantern bearer or the hermit, is by taking a break from others, by becoming the hermit, by going on vacation, by going on a spa retreat, by like taking a weekend off away from people, is the only way that you'll be able to see the next step to take on your spiritual path. Okay. And that's the only way that you'll be able to replenish your energies as well. Okay. So definitely important for you to do that. Overcoming difficulties. This is you flying away, by the way. This is you flying away. Like, let's go. So Archangel Jeremiah, the worst is behind you. So all of this stress that you're feeling right now, as soon as you take that break, it's done. Okay. People are gonna realize how much they've taken from you. Okay. As soon as they don't have you there around doing everything for them, they're gonna realize that. They're gonna realize how much time they have wasted. Or they wasted your time, more like that. Like, they're gonna realize that when you're like, all right, taking my vacation and I'm not gonna see you guys, so don't call me. Do not call me, okay? But this is gonna also help them become more independent and self-sufficient and self-reliant, okay? And so this is definitely a good thing, is when you take this break, they're gonna realize, oh my God, she's been doing everything for me, and oh shit, I should have done this for myself, and so it's definitely going to make things better. Okay. It's going to take more off your plate. Okay. So then we have, remember who you are, Archangel Michael. Oh yeah. So this is an indicator of really remembering, yes, your role as the head of the household, your role as a leader, but also understanding your sensitivities too, as a spiritual person, especially because you're super, super sensitive to emotional feedback. You're super sensitive to energy. Okay. So if you are in an environment that is constantly high stress, then your body reacts to it. Okay. Because again, there's that intuition, that physical intuition, as well as your emotional intuition that comes into play, and that changes things in your physiology, like I explained it before, and also in your sleep patterns. And so it is important for you to realize that spiritual aspect of you has a lot to do with, or it has I would say a big indicator when you need to take a break, or when you need to de-stress, or when you need to step back, okay, and let other people do their jobs. Okay. And so definitely Archangel Michael says it's time for you to release. It's time for you to let go of the reins for a little bit, and let other people take over for a little bit, for whatever it is that they need to do for themselves. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Denise. Definitely need a break. Everybody does. If you are feeling stress, you need a break. You're welcome, Denise. Yes, take care of yourself. Exactly. Yes. All right, you guys, thank you so much for allowing me to assist you guys tonight. And so what I want to do is I want to pull a card for the collective, for who, especially the galactic beings that we need to work with for this particular eclipse, so that we can start working with them to help us to navigate these energies, as well as to really manifest what we desire using the beautiful new moon in Gemini energy. Okay, so here we go. The Association of Worlds. The Association of Worlds is the Galactic Federation of planets, of constellations, of, all of the galaxies, top leaders. Okay, so let me hold on. Let me try to see if we could make this. So community is the key here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, so community is the key. Association of worlds. So this is the energy that we need to concentrate on. These are the beings that we need to work with, the Galactic Federation of Light. So this is the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Orions, the Syrians, the Lyrans. What's the other one? Where's Altair? Aquila, Hydra. What's the other ones? Sagittarius. So all of the other constellations that have the zodiac indicators or whatever like that. And then we're looking at outside of this galaxy, we are looking at Andromeda, and we're looking at Triangulum. Okay, this is these three galaxies together is definitely something that we all need to work with, like these energies of these three galaxies. So everything in them, pretty much the association of worlds, interdimensional beings, multidimensional beings, galactic beings. Okay, earth beings. Okay, so this is what we have to work with, because this is okay, building a community that we all want to have equal standing in, as well as equal rights, or all that beautiful stuff, peace, harmony, all that beautiful stuff. We have to do this by really connecting with these beings who've already done it. Okay, and really remembering the lifetimes that we participated in this already. Okay, so this is what this whole eclipse energy is about. Remember, I told you guys that our sun is a portal, and when that eclipse happens, it's a even bigger and more stronger portal, concentrating this energy of the coming from the galaxy into the earth. So this particular portal for this Gemini is everybody. It's socializing, it's community minding, you know, like kind of like the Gemini energy, where they're social, where they're collaborating all the time, right? And that's what this is all about. It's collaboration with our guides out there, who we used to be, you know, so that we can bring that information, that creation of a better world in the age of Aquarius, through this energy of this portal, this eclipse, this new moon in Gemini. Okay, and this includes your vision of this, your version of your happily ever after as well. Okay, your version of what you're here to provide humanity. Okay, so working with all of these. So I would say calling in the cosmic forces, calling in the cosmic energy, calling in the Federation of Light, concentrating and connecting to them through meditation when the new moon arises, when the eclipse comes, and then telling them my version of a new world, the world of the age of Aquarius, and explaining exactly what you see. And then my version of my path within this new world, or my role within this new world, and then just explaining what your role is, why you're here. Okay, and that's something that will be very powerful, because you're spelling, you are doing spell work. Okay, you are speaking it into reality. Okay, that's a very powerful thing. And if you need to write it down, even better. Okay, and then when you say these words, you have to feel the emotion behind it. You have to feel the empowerment, you have to feel the happiness, you have to feel the joy as well, because having all of these combined, that is how manifestation happens. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys for this eclipse. Concentration on community, concentration on building that new world, concentration on building that world the way that you feel it should be, because you have an important piece of that puzzle, okay? And as well as concentrating on how your role is going to look like for that new world, okay? So that's what I have for you guys. All right, thank you guys so much. Let me just try to refocus. Whatever. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you guys for letting me read for you, as well as to help you guys out with the energy evals. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Really make this happen for you guys. Really believe in yourselves, really believe in your dreams, really believe in your abilities, because you're very powerful beings. So let's co-create this new world, you guys, okay? All right, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Love you. Bye-bye.